welcome back to Bookstage and Screen. We are absolutely thrilled to have one of the superstars, beautiful Asleen here, but also the showrunner, creator, writer, director. Am I leaving something else? Caterer,
producer. You left out producer.
General energy creator of everything.
Okay,
yeah.
there you go. I think we've covered it all now, Arden Pryor. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Now, Arden, this is your baby.
Yes.
So
tell us what it is.
Yes.
What is Fixer Up?
So it's a workplace sitcom about female friendship and rivalry set in a office in inner Melbourne.
And why did you think female-driven sitcom?
It goes back a few years. I wanted to do something because I always try to do different projects. I wanted to do something specific for a female audience, and like most creatives, I do office contract work as well to sort of make money. And I've met quite some characters, and from that I kind of thought, well, what if I put all the crazy people I've ever worked with, mix them up, and put them in one office, and that's how Fixer Up came to be.
Turns out it makes a great show.
And which one are you, Arden? Which character are you?
There's a little bit of me in quite a few of them.
Full cameo.
I'd say probably the closest to me would be Prue and Nikki. It's a little bit of Prue.
Hang on.
Well, let's see. Now we have to tune in to find out
Yeah.
Prue and
go.
Nikki and how Arden is in the character.
I'm a little neurotic and I'm a sexed up wog.
Oh, okay. There we go. An exclusive.
Yeah, beautiful. The mystery's gone there, but we'll tune in to see it anyway. Wonderful.
And what about you, Asleen? When
Yeah.
you first came across this sexed up wog, what were your thoughts on this project?
Well, I originally went for Prue, and then Nikki popped up, and I thought, well, I mean, who doesn't want to play a very bombastic, flamboyant, sexed up wog chick? I'm not a wog at all, but it was it was good fun doing the accent and getting into that character and just like teasing my hair and painting my nails red and just getting into it. And it really created that sense of like, you know, energy, and the cast is such a great ensemble like vision for each episode, and we all kind of have this really different personalities that constantly clash, which makes, you know, great drama.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nikki was a joy to play.
Yes, you don't hold back.
No, you can't in a sitcom.
No, you got to go all in.
That's it.
But that is, you did bring up, because good writing, because I read a lot of scripts, and a lot of bad writing, everyone sounds the same. Like every character is the same, but in this sitcom, everyone couldn't be more different.
No.
But that's what a teacher told me once. You should be able to close your eyes and not see them and be known. Obviously, there's a few characteristics like voice or something, but you should be able to go boom, boom, boom. That doesn't sound right, because that would be that one. So you've obviously taken all that on, Arden.
Thank you.
And you have perfected it.
So we've got the sexed up crazy girl, we've got the neurotic girl. What are the other characters that
we've got the bitchy hippie who's judgmental, and then we have this sort of kind of straight-laced girl who's kind of like the straight man. She's very polished, and it's her aunt's business, and she has to go work there because, ironically enough, she loses her job in radio.
as we will do at the end of
I'm
this.
just waiting for Gordo to have a meltdown as well.
If we were actually paid and this was a job, then perhaps
we could still be thrown off at any point.
Life-creating art or something. So that's exciting. And how many episodes is Fixer Up?
So we'll be airing 5 episodes. So it starts this Monday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel 31. If you don't get it, because I understand that people with Foxtel apparently don't get C-Free One, you can stream it from the website as well. And then once the series actually finishes, we'll be putting up high-definition episodes on our YouTube channel.
Ah, great.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, that's the modern era that we live in.
Yeah.
So if you don't catch it on Channel 31 this Monday, 9:30, you can catch
Monday it for the next 5 weeks.
For the next 5 weeks, yep.
Then you can watch it online.
Woo.
for free.
For free.
What an age we live in.
And see in high definition.
Whoa. Ooh, so those accents and that tizzed up hair will be like right in your face.
That's right.
Now tell us about Channel 31. Like, did you write it and produce it thinking, did you have already somewhere you thought that you'd
So a couple of years ago, we actually made a pre-pilot, and originally it wasn't an ensemble, it was a one-header. So the character Joan, who's the straight-laced one. It was her show, and it was all about her kind of getting her life together after she's had a breakdown.
Yeah.
And when we made the pre-pilot, there was elements I really loved about the pre-pilot, things that didn't quite work, and then redeveloped it into the series that it is now. And so the pre-pilot went to Channel 31, and they were like, yep, we love it. And then I was like, okay, now let's make it even better.
Yeah. Well, that's great, because not many of us get a second chance to make it better.
Yeah, and the good thing was, and Gordon was part of the audition process, is as soon as we got an actor on board, we used the actors to audition other actors. And we spent a lot of time getting the right cast all the way through. Like, Nikki was the last character that we, I think, cast in one of the lead roles, apart from Matt, who plays Will. And I remember when I first saw you together with Kat, and with Sion and Jen, and it was like, yes, got the cast.
Casting magic.
Yeah. It was really hard because I think you were at the beginning of the day as well, and we still had to audition another 3 people.
And I already won.
Yes. Don't bother.
But it is funny, though, with casting, because you do see somebody and you're like, yeah, it's them. Like, when Jen was cast, it's like,
you almost, as soon as someone, it's a really weird thing, but as soon as someone walks into the process, even before they've sort of said anything, you kind of go, yes, you kind of get this feeling about the performer and if they do it. And the hardest thing with comedy is there's not a lot of comedy projects, and it's actually getting actresses that have really good comedic timing. So the actresses were really good, like killer, but we actually struggled finding really good comedic guys that could really bring it into the role. I almost changed the character of Will to Willa and had a
Really?
girl. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Willa.
wow.
that would have been a twist.
Yeah.
Halfway through the show.
Did she? Oh, okay.
It was going to be the exact same thing. Jane has a one-night stand, but it turns out she has it with a woman, and it added this whole other layer to it, and I was kind of like excited about it. But then we saw Matt, and it was like, yeah,
He'll do.
And the show actually went through quite a process with your scripts, how you had taken them through cold reading.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little about cold reading?
So I firmly believe in testing scripts with an audience, especially with comedy. So pretty much all the scripts, I think every single one of them, except for maybe one of them, went to cold readings, which is this event that happens once a month. Writers submit scripts, and then actors just receive it on the night and do readings. And that's actually how I found Jen, who plays Prue. Because she was there on the night, and I heard her voice, and I was like, I think she could do Prue. And then we got up to read, and then we asked her to audition, and then as soon as she auditioned, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great resource.
Yeah.
I mean, for any writer, I can't believe it's not more widely used. I mean,
so many, like, even I remember when I was at RMIT, so many people were afraid to have their stuff read out.
Yeah.
And, like, I wasn't even in classes, and I was, like, up there having my scripts being read, because I'm like, I want to hear what it sounds like, because until you actually get actors reading it, you really don't get that sense of the script and how well it's working. I mean, you do, but I think once you see the read through, it really shines. And then what I like to do, which is a good thing with the way of casting, is you start changing the scripts. For example, the character of Meadow changed drastically from where she was originally, because we had Sion come in, and originally Prue was supposed to be adopted, and we kind of incorporated that into the Meadow character background and added all these other layers that came from the actress. And it just kind of, it sort of evolves. It's very collaborative.
yeah. So, Asleen, on set, did you find that you could sort of, was he a dictator? Actually, Gordon was the director as well. So was there a dictatorship, or were they very open?
They were both very lenient, and they allowed us to, do a few runs, and then we always did an improv go afterwards, which was great. It just let us to sort of, do our own thing and just see where, we had the basic of the script, and then we just sort of like take it a little bit further. And some of that has been, used in the final cuts, which was great. Yeah, quite a fair bit. So, no, they weren't precious about their scripts at all.
That's good.
You do find a lot of writers that get really precious, and they don't want you to change it at all, like one little syllable. So it was really nice just having that leniency, especially for a sitcom. You need that. You need to have flexibility.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think comedy's really like that. Like with drama, I can see how they want precisely, exactly that beat and things. But with comedy, it's a bit more fluid. And we were in the monitor so many times with Jack. We were just laughing our heads off at some of the stuff that was happening. It was
this is
crazy.
Like covering my mouth with it.
Yeah,
We were,
to
like,
stop
covering
from
our mouth
laughing and ruining
all
the
the casting
tape.
crew was sitting there like, don't laugh. Especially during the big improv scene from the first episode, which was on Monday, which we weren't mentioning.
That was amazing.
But
No, but even acting, I was trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
But acting alongside some of the characters, I was just, oh Jesus, don't stop up. Don't stop it up. It's so funny though.
Yeah.
It's always fun. You can always tell, and it'll come across on screen too, that you're having fun. And in a
Yeah.
sitcom, that's pretty much a
Yeah, it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Good
Given
thing
that you
was,
need that.
even because we had everyone audition together and audition other actors, is by the time we were filming, everyone was very comfortable with each other. I think from day one.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. You know, sometimes when you start comedies, you have that kind of, and it was literally. We literally started running from the first day, and we had to because it was so quick.
Well, I think you said to me once about, I can't remember what series it was, but they actually shot the second episode first, so the actors, because you want your first episode to make a punch when people are watching it, they got to know each other a bit better, and then the pilot, which is the important one really, is they were great. You know, they're already settled and they sort of knew how to bounce off each other and nuances of each other.
That was the plan. It didn't happen that way because we had to film so quickly. So the girls were literally jumping, because we did by location and availability.
Yeah.
Like there were some days where we were literally jumping from one episode to another, and I kept this because I did costumes, because I was like, I'm the only one that knows continuity on this.
Yeah.
I did a costume continuity, and so after we finished a scene, I'd go, okay, day 4, day 5, and there was a printout with all the costumes, so everyone knew what to wear in the next scene. And until we got to the editing room, I was so nervous that I might have stuffed one of them up, and then, they'd be wearing the wrong outfit, but it was all correct at the end of it.
Well, Gordon did say you're the Excel spreadsheet
king.
king.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is massive.
It's coloured.
There's like tabs. The schedule kept on changing. It went from I think it ended up just becoming escalating more and more until I think the last one was called the Apocalypse schedule.
I gather you didn't kill that to the actors for them. Well, the what?
Say what now? What are we getting into?
So we had a very small, because at that time when we were filming, Channel 31 were going off the air at the end of the year. So it was one of those things, if we knew what we know now, that Channel 31 would get another year, then we could have done 2 blocks, and it would have been not as, because it was literally like 2 days filming, 1 day off, 2 days filming, 1 day off for about 2.5 weeks, I think.
But that worked for the energy.
Yeah.
It really kept everyone,
Everyone was really excited by it and stuff.
Yeah,
you don't really lose, I'd imagine, the performance because you only did it a day
and especially
ago.
My character has an accent. It was good to be able to do it every day because then I wasn't going to lose it. But
you didn't have to do it at home like some Hollywood stars.
I think I probably was doing it at home.
I
I was doing it to
remember
all my friends.
You were telling me that your mum was like, can you please stop doing
You
accent?
stop putting it on the Woggy voice. Oh my God.
But it is a big transformation. Like, I didn't even, because when you're done up, you're done up. I didn't even recognise you at one stage. I was like, when you just rocked up as normal, I was like, who is that?
I remember that day as well, because you were helping out doing makeup.
I was doing makeup, so I came really early and I had no makeup on and I just was in my tracky pants or something, and everyone was
normal voice. Yeah.
So who are you? Can you not be on the set right now? I'm like, but I'm an actor.
It was funny, but you also you've got quite a few things that you've got going on. You're smashing it in this sitcom, very, very funny.
Thank
but you're
you.
doing the other end of it. You're doing Lady Macbeth.
I am. I'm doing some theatre. I'm doing a run of Macbeth at the Brunswick Mechanics Institute at the moment. So that's running for 3 weeks. We opened officially last night and we're running until the 25th of June. So that's through the Melbourne Company of Players, and you can book online at the metanoiatheatre.com or go to the melbournecompanyofplayers.com, and
we'll put up Facebook links so if people didn't
that would
write
be
that
great.
down
Yeah, no,
quick enough.
it's good production. I'm really proud of
Did you find, and even though he is here next to you, did you find Arden's writing compared to William Shakespeare? Where are you at?
Where am I at? Honestly, it's just let's put it, it's different. Let's put it that way, okay? It's just different,
Thanks, Arden.
Shakespeare had to write a sitcom.
Yeah, if Shakespeare wrote a sitcom, I reckon it would be Fixer Up.
It'd be similar.
Arden is the Shakespeare of our generation.
You heard it here, people.
So you need to
use
tune
that for all
in
my
to Channel
press releases
31.
now.
The Shakespeare of sitcoms. But you also do you do heaps of modelling stuff because you're always posting pictures of you
And you're
in
gorgeous.
a
Gorgeous, so.
variety of costumes and things. And you do marketing. So what don't you do basically that makes you quicker?
You know what? I can't navigate because I got us very lost coming to the studio. So you got to know your limits. I can't navigate. I can't reverse park either. So those two things. But yeah, I do a fair bit of modelling. Acting's a passion, but modelling is fun to do on the side, and it's a good little source of income. And yeah, the marketing's been great. I've learned so much doing the marketing for Fixer Up. Arden and I have been working really closely doing all the posters, and we organised the photo shoot for all the girls for the cast photos, and the trailer we worked out together, the little log line and everything. So yeah, it's going well.
Honestly, it's been amazing having Asleen working on marketing.
Arden.
And we've done so well. Our page has really grown, and our reach, because I don't know if anyone's ever had a page, has been crazy, 13,000 almost.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
People are really wanting to support comedy in Australia. I don't understand why there's not more of it, but
there's nothing like Fixer Up on air at the moment, And honestly, as a female actress, there is such a demand for good female roles that aren't just, the girlfriend or the prostitute or the sex object. Honestly, the amount, and especially at this level of my career where you're trying to get into a good agency or you're trying to build up your credits, you can't really do that when you have these really flimsy female roles. So when Arden comes along with something as fantastic as Fixer Up with meaty female roles that actually have a bit of substance to them, it's fantastic. You actually feel like, okay, great, here's something for my showreel. Now it passes the Bechdel test.
It's so embarrassing when you look through Star Now and it's just all the female roles: stripper, prostitute.
Well,
you may need to do nudity with no payment.
And it's ridiculous.
Sex-driven lawyer.
What? Really?
And didn't you say you once did something that was like an audition, and then suddenly after you get the role, they're like, oh, we also want to do nudity?
You bet. Yeah, that's actually happened a couple of times where they've just sprung a new script on me on the day and said, oh, by the way, simulating oral sex right now. I'm like, I don't think I signed up for that, actually, but I'm just going to take my money and
I probably would have remembered if
that's it. And it's completely, I don't know.
It's not cool. That's not cool, writers or
not cool at all.
Or
just
directors.
putting it out there, guys. Don't do that.
But you did notice, and you mentioned a few times, Arden, about how with when you were doing the casting, that there's not a lot of people who were submitting comic roles in their casting.
Very few had comedic showreel material. I mean, I saw, honestly, probably a couple of thousand showreels, and because we had so many people apply, not just through Star Now, but Facebook, personal email address, especially because I'm so involved in cold readings and theatre and all that. I get so many people that message me because I've got a good reputation, and so very few people had comedic showreels. Having said that, you do get some weird ones where they should have just not submitted anything. We had one guy, I don't remember Gordon, the guy that was in the shower, and he was talking, and he's like, so as you can see, I'm a little bit rough. And then he panned down and he was in his underwear for no reason whatsoever.
He was probably looking for one of those roles.
Yeah, probably.
Change of script on the day.
Acting at its finest.
Yeah.
So do you recommend, Arden, if for actors listening, that they should have two showreels? One which is comic bent and the other one is dramatic, if that's the way they want to go?
I think that would be an awesome thing to do, but it's always not necessarily something that's possible. I think if the biggest, I wrote a little post on our Facebook page ages ago. I should repost it again, which is just, you see so many different actors making mistakes with the show. Showing really intense moments. You show really intense moments, it comes off as unintentionally comedic.
Yes.
There was one where a guy was supposed to be attacking a girl, but you just got the end of it. So he was like, have you ever been raped before, Laurel? And then it was cut. And it was just and just kind of finding moments that highlight you and not your scene partner.
And not you walking through the door.
Yeah, and so there was so much walking through the door. And keep it short.
And those montages.
If it's 10-minute, montages don't work. And a 10-minute, showreel's way too long. And okay, yes, you were an extra on Neighbours, but don't have you walking around the halls.
That's me, I promise.
But it's even better just something filmed on your iPhone with you standing against the wall.
On who cast at Meadow, all she did was she had a monologue. She, I think, wrote at uni or college about her doing like a Sexaholics Anonymous or whatever they call, and it was hysterical, and that's what got her the audition in the first place. It really is. At the end of the day, I honestly listen to voice and see if that person can deliver, has a good sort of diction and has that kind of ability to deliver a joke, which you can usually tell.
And also for actors, this is something I've done some at crash test drafts, and I've had people ask to keep my script for show reels. Hopefully they're not keeping it to make it, but I'm cool with that. So actors, you could ask writers if there's a piece that you like that you heard at cold reading or crash test drafts or any of the other ones, Moreland Theatre Company. Writers are pretty good and they want their work out there. They don't want it hidden in a drawer. So, and you could also send it to them later. I've never had anyone do that. But you know, writers are pretty good if they've got some good stuff.
I've got a few actors from cold readings that are using some of my material as
because it's hard to find comedy. You know, also with a local vernacular and all that kind of stuff that you can put on your show reel, and as you say, it doesn't have to be 10 minutes long. Yes,
Well, you know what? Tell us about Asian Envy, because we're gonna go
okay,
to...
cool. So Asian Envy, it was just a lucky coincidence when we needed to find someone to play Jane's ex-boyfriend. Loved Ross at the auditions, and we cast him, and then it turned out he was part of an electro dance duo called Asian Envy. I listened to her album and loved it, and just asked me if we could use a lot of their music throughout the series. So I think we ended up using like 6 or 7 or 8 of their songs actually. And this, what you're about to hear, is actually the theme song, but we used only an instrumental version of it.
So this is The Beautiful Girls and Boys.
Yeah.
Very, very appropriate for what's going on in this room.
Toot our own horn.
But how come it's the beautiful girls and boys? Boys don't get anything.
Just play it.
You're so beautiful. Yeah. Moving sexy like a panther, got the body of a dancer. You're so passionate. Yeah. Making sweat like you're on fire as you take off your attire. You're an animal. Yeah. Showing skin like it's religion. What a filthy piece of vixen. You're a predator. Yeah. You can take me to your dungeon, fill me up and start my engine. Oh, beautiful girls and boys. Oh, beautiful girls and touch, it makes me steady as you move around like Freddy. Girls and boys, all the beautiful girls and boys, all the beautiful girls and boys, all the beautiful girls and boys, all
Hi, and welcome back to Book Stage and Screen. We're here with Arden and Asleen. We're going to be talk a little bit more about Fixer Up, but also apparently we're playing a game that I know nothing about. So.
But can I ask about your name, Asleen? Is it Eileen but with an as in front? How do you pronounce it correctly?
It's actually from the Irish name Aisling, which is spelled Aisling because my mum's Irish.
Mm-hmm.
But my parents were like, oh, let's make it easier to pronounce and make it Asleen. Didn't work at all. I still get Ashley or like, I don't know, anything but my name. So no, it's Asleen. So it's like asleep but with an N.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
I went the other way. All right.
There you go.
And then your last name, how do you pronounce that?
Motour. So it's French because
Oh.
I'm treasured.
Moture. I've been pronouncing it completely.
Mouthful? Yeah, 'cause
no,
it's-
I've been going morphu.
Morphoor. That's kind of nice too, but no, yeah, it's spelled Mauthoor. So everyone's like mouth, and I'm like, no, it's Motor.
You know Australians can't get that. Ooh, it's mouth.
Ooh, yeah.
So you will basically never, ever be able to go through life and say your name like when you say it at a bank or something and have the person go, yep, and then write it out
Yeah,
correctly. You'll
yeah.
never have that experience.
It's a bit annoying when like my Boost juice orders will always get stuffed up, which is like the bate of my existence. When it's like, it goes to an Ashley, I'm like, where's my Watermelon? Where did it go? Struggle so real. Unusual names.
But what about you, Arden? What are we allowed to discuss your
my
name?
name?
Your actual name? Is this confidential?
It's confidential.
Did you have a real name?
Yeah, he
No,
did have to
it's my-
change his name.
I changed my name.
Police
No way.
purposes.
Everyone said it wrong, and so I don't like talking
What is
about
it?
it. Nah,
No, you
not
have to
on
tell
here.
me. No, you have to say it live
Not
on
here. It's horrible.
Adon.
Yeah.
Is it Adonis?
Yeah, it's
Actually?
Adonis.
It's
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood, so you know it was too
It's a
similar.
bit hard.
Too similar
Yeah.
to what
It
else?
was Adonis. I just set up really, bad expectations.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to play a theme song from, or well, part of a theme song from a sitcom, and then we're going to get you guys to try and guess what this sitcom is about, the premise. It's from the 60s.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. We're just going to play this portion.
And I'm so glad she's here. My mother the car. My mother the car.
All right, now cleverly, what I did was play that so that they couldn't hear it. So
Yeah.
Quite the mix board artist there. Yeah.
so
We're
I'm
all
gonna
just staring at him.
I was
like,
wondering if it was a thing like, how good is your hearing?
yeah.
Is that what you're really testing?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we'll do it properly this time. So
And I'm so glad she's here. My mother the car. My mother the car.
Interesting.
all right, so
Okay.
My Mother the Car.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
My Mother the Car is the name of the show?
Wow. Wow.
Is that it?
Is that a fat joke? Because I feel like that's inappropriate.
This is the premise of this show is that his mother has died and has been reincarnated as his car.
Okay. So how did that go? Did that
Yeah,
fail
one season.
miserably?
One
Yeah,
One
that's it.
season.
I was expecting like the Friends thing.
Yeah, so did I.
Genie.
My mother's the
All right.
So
First
let's go
one
guess
in
the
on the
premise.
buzzer.
Okay, cool.
First one in on the buzzer with this one is what is this sitcom from the 80s? So Asleen, you probably
Okay, so I
weren't even
wasn't born then. So.
Oh, dear God.
But
Neither
you're-
was
you're-
I.
Oh, that's enough of that. That was the theme from Hey Dad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a good one to bring up.
Yeah. What's next? The Cosby Show?
Hey.
We're going
All
to do
the
a
good things
pedophile
about
compilation.
sitcoms. Yeah, you bring up time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, all
And
right.
followed
so-
by Larry Glitter, the greatest hits.
well, it was, in fact, it was the Cosby
Be
Show,
the
which is
first and
the
last time we do this.
Okay.
Particular.
Miserably.
Is there one more that isn't?
Well, the other one was the Cosby Show.
Oh,
Oh no.
So I
you
just.
need professional help.
So what's up next for you two kids? You crazy
After the
kids.
Golden
you,
Globe Awards.
Yeah.
Really.
Right, yeah.
What are we
Logies.
looking at? Logies.
Yeah, the Logies.
Yeah.
Actually, has the Channel 31 show ever won a Logie?
No, it's not. There actually is a community TV awards.
There are web series awards.
Yes.
I did a web series a few years back, and that won a few awards. Not that I knew that there were web series awards, but there you go.
The Webbies.
Yeah.
And,
The
Webbies.
web.
There's a
Talking
few
to-
different ones, yeah.
We're talking to Wendy Trio from the Melbourne Web Fest
Oh,
today.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're gonna win all those. Clearly.
Yeah, we're going to clear up.
Yeah.
No
Excellent.
doubt.
but then are you guys going somewhere? What are you doing?
So I'm going to, after working on this for so long, I'm going to take a break after the show finishes airing and going on a little holiday.
Where
So
to?
I'm gonna go-
What is the exact address? Because there'll be people listening right now.
So I'm going to
who
go to the
wanna know.
US and I want to do a little road trip and then just kind of hang out and enjoy the sunshine to get away from the cold in Melbourne.
Well, this is actually the hairiest I've seen you. You've got a
Really?
beard, you've got hair
Got a
on your
goatee.
head. Normally
bit.
you're completely
shaved, yeah.
You're like a dolphin.
Yeah, I thought since I'm going out western suburbs, I should kind of like rug around.
Yeah, blend in. We need
Yeah,
the
well,
So I don't get
Stand
knifed
out.
on the train.
Yep.
And what about you, Asleen? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm finishing Macbeth. So that's over at the 25th of June.
Correct.
I think I should know that. Hey.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go to Europe. So for like 2.5 months and just escape because I haven't had a holiday since I finished high school.
Which was last week.
Yeah.
by the way. So it doesn't sound.
Last year.
She's very young.
Not true.
let's not get
Actually, I'm
carried
23
away.
today. So.
Oh!
Do you have a
birthday.
little happy
Birthday.
birthday button or anything?
Well, no, we don't. But I do have this high protein.
Oh, protein bar!
birthday
How
present.
did you know?
Yeah.
It's what every girl
What is
wants.
this? It is
Yeah,
actually
on a
Choc
23rd
fudge.
birthday.
Well, she's like a fitness person, so high protein.
Occasionally go to the gym. That makes me a fitness person.
What is
right?
what is your gym routine?
Oh well now. I generally go about like 4 times a week. Do you actually asking me this question?
Yeah, because we're about to ask Arden, and we're going to see who
Right,
wins.
we're going to compare. Yeah. So okay, well I do
Don't
a
worry,
bit of
Arden, I'll
strength.
have I'll go one step lower than the
Literally nothing. No, I do a bit of strength training. I'm very big on strength training. I do not subscribe to the whole like it makes girls bulky thing. It's
No.
bullshit. Sorry, can I say that?
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
did
yeah.
anyway.
We're off.
We're not
getting
America, we can say the...
Woohoo!
complaint.
We just
calls
can't say
already.
the F word,
Okay.
the C word.
I won't say any of those.
And the...
Yeah. And this is our last show.
And that's it forever.
Thank you for listening.
But yeah, so I do a bit of strength, like maybe like twice a week, and then I do a bit of cardio, like HIIT and Tabata and that kind of thing, which is good for. It's like intense interval training. Instead of like doing cardio for an hour, you do like really intense like burpees and jump in all over the place for like maybe half an hour, and it's supposed to like stay with you for 24 hours, and you burn more calories that way.
Oh,
Fun
okay.
fact.
But what about you, Arden? You walked from what was that walk you did one time?
Oh yeah, I'm a big walker. I love, especially during long hikes and stuff. And I did the power walk from Frankston to St Kilda along the coast, and it was crazy.
So what was that? Is that that's a marathon distance, surely?
Longer. It was like I think 44 k's or something. Because you don't actually go directly. You
Mm-hmm,
actually go
For
in
sure.
and out all the way through. By the end of it,
That's what she said.
built up so much lactose in my body, that I just felt like I was going to explode.
I
look
don't
like-
know if you were building up lactose in your body unless you were producing milk. I think.
No.
Lactic acid.
Lactic acid, sorry, yeah. I've got lactose on the brain because I'm lactose intolerant.
Well, that's interesting. What have you got, Sam? What questions have you got about
That's it.
this?
You just
this-
presume I walk and that's it. I do other stuff as well.
What else do you do?
I
You-
swim. I go to the
Swimming?
gym. I do like doing resistance training, and I do Tinder.
That's a workout in itself.
So-
Ugly.
Oh,
ugly.
my fingers are so sore.
Yeah.
RSI from
Swiping.
Swipe left. Swipe. What's left and what's right? Left's good. Right.
Left is left's bad.
left's no.
Right's
bad.
good.
There'd
Yeah.
be more lefts than rights.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Especially if you're a gay guy on Tinder, it's like left. Oh, we're done.
Yeah. There's no one new around you. Well, surprise.
But isn't it? Don't you do
It's
grinding
great.
on
I don't
Tinder?
actually do any of those. I don't like them. I don't know. I feel kind of funny people knowing, hey, he's 20 feet away from me right now.
Yeah. It's a little bit weird.
He looks nothing like this.
Where is he?
And we're married, so obviously we don't.
We
know.
don't
Good
do
job,
anything.
guys.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Our life is over.
You missed the sort of electronic revolution. Didn't even get to experience
When
Yes,
we got
definitely.
together, mobile phones didn't even exist as a.
Did you guys meet via fax or something?
Yeah.
Or like carrier
Yeah,
pigeon.
like faxing.
Smoke signal.
You're hot. And then,
Well, what are we? We're 23 years, but together something.
No, 25.
oh wow.
Oh,
You're in trouble,
dear.
Gordon.
Well, we were non-exclusive for 2 years,
yeah.
so
This is news to me.
It's all coming out. The radio show is over, and so's the marriage.
Sitcom brings out in you.
well, we have joked that this radio show is putting our
It'll be make or break. So far it's make.
yeah. But what about your partners in the room next door? Are we allowed to discuss
Asleen?
that,
Yes,
or he's not a partner? Who is he? He's your driver.
He's my driver today. No, he's a very good friend. of
Oh,
mine.
okay. So that's completely inappropriate. What I've just said is he? Is he? Oh, yes.
Can you hear him then?
Yeah, he
He's
can
totally
hear.
listening.
So it is.
You know,
so
I've been
it's-
feeling a bit crook, so he drove me to Werribee, which is very sweet of him.
Thank you for coming in on a sick day
No, that's fine.
and
your
infecting us
birthday.
all. That's, and your birthday.
Best birthday ever.
What are you doing on your birthday? When
I'm
you
doing
going?
my play tonight, so yeah, I'm just doing lots of acting stuff.
Is there a
and-
thing though with the other actors that'll do on your
I
birthday?
don't think so.
Are you friends with them or
Yeah,
no?
they're great.
No,
they're
there's
great.
no talking. As soon as it's cut,
Yeah.
that's
There's
don't
like
talk to
fake
me.
knives out the back. We actually stab each other with them all the time.
It's
Yeah.
real Macbeth. We're method here, kids.
Yeah, jeez. Wow.
Friendship.
Must go through the cast quite quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to need some more
New people every night. so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it pretty brutal, Macbeth, when you
Oh,
when
yeah.
you do it on stage?
It is. It's actually like my dad went and saw it, and he's like this really like quiet guy. He's like, "Oh, it was so violent."
Because
I'm looking forward to seeing you lose your shit on stage.
I go crazy. I
Yeah.
love it. It's my favorite scene where I just go crazy and like I take all my makeup off and just tease my hair, and I'm just like, "Oh, this is what I've always wanted to be every day."
but
There you go, guys. That's Asleen.
Yes, and signing out.
it'll be swiping left. But what? But I struggle with Shakespeare. Like I know you're meant to really like it, and I've tried to like it. I've tried to get into it, but I really struggle with the language. How did you go?
I think a lot of people have this kind of prior bias against Shakespeare because they studied it at school and they just read the text and they didn't see it performed. And Shakespeare is definitely meant to be performed, and that's how you're supposed to experience it. So then they don't give it another chance and they miss out on all this great, drama. I think if you see it in performance, based on like the actors, if they're good, hopefully, inflections and the way they say the words, hopefully if they understand what they're saying, you will get an understanding of it. Even if you don't understand every single word, it's basically you'll get the basic meaning. So I love Shakespeare. I don't know, I think you have to get into iambic pentameter. There is a rhythm, so once you understand the rhythm, you can kind of get the meaning from that as well. So, yeah, just go see it.
Well,
Just
that's
do it.
kind of what Tom Hiddleston said. I can't remember what he was doing. It might have been Hamlet that he was doing. He said you don't need to understand every single word because the actors are kind of taking care of that
Yeah,
for you.
you'll understand the general meaning of it, even if you don't understand every word. And then when you do understand every word, you get another layer of meaning. So the more you see Shakespeare, the more you'll enjoy it.
Because what were those books at school where you've got on one side of the book
Yeah,
it's the script and on the other side it's the translation.
They've got
I always looked at it
No
like,
Fear
what?
Shakespeare online now. So if you don't know what like a line means, you can just go on. It'll translate it to modern English. It'll be like, "Don't go over there," and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
But is
Who-
it modern
who-
like, yo, girl?
Yeah, you,
I wish."
you can
rap
forget
scheme.
like high school and hearing 16-year-olds butcher Shakespeare. So you have to swap every 15 pages, so then you just had no idea who was reading what anymore.
Yeah.
I went to a Bogan high school, it was even worse. To be or not to be.
Oh, this is shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we butchered Shakespeare.
we're pretty much.
You
when we did
Juliet
that.
hot? She hot, yeah?
She hot mate.
She put out right. Yeah.
I'm after Juliet mate.
Yeah. Juliet reminded me of my cousin. Well, she's so hot. She was my cousin, I tell ya.
And in fact, cousin or not.
All right. We have
What
got
happens
that.
if Werribee stays in Werribee?
Wow.
So that's beautiful. And
Sorry.
thanks for joining us in our beautiful studio today. One more plug for Fixer Up so we can all tune in.
Woo!
Yeah. Monday, 9:30 p.m. Channel 31. Follow us on Facebook.
Fix her up. Facebook search it. Do it.
Do it. Add us.
Yep.
Send us a message. We actually probably get a reply back.
I'll send you love heart emojis back.
And a special message with a
People.
picture.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and so again, one more happy birthday for Asleen.
Thank you.
And we finally worked out your last name.
Yes.
Which is
that's,
great.
You know what's funny? When she was born, you guys were already dating for 2 years.
Whoa.
Mind blown.
Insane.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So much for coming in.